Hello and welcome back to Living My Dream. My name is Jackie, and today we are making some pantry items. So I've kind of noticed I'm running out of some of my regular pantry items like powdered sugar, brown sugar, and sweetened condensed milk. So today we're going to be making all of those. But first, it's just after 11, so we're going to start some lunch. We are doing air fried barbecue chicken for lunch today, so let's make that first. All right, we got our meat prep tub here, which I absolutely love. It's got a little drain over here. You can push it down. The bottom is actually cutting board material, and then there's actually a knife on the bottom of this, which is awesome. I love this thing. It's great for pulled pork, all kinds of stuff. Great for prepping all of your meat. So we've got 2 chicken thighs and leg quarters in here. They're all seasoned up with my barbecue sauce or seasoning. It's really just like 2 or 3 different barbecue seasonings mixed together with some hot chili pepper powder in there. So now we're going to put these into our rotisserie basket. And then it's just going to go into the air fryer. And that way. There we go. Now to the air fryer. Alright, we're in the air fryer. We're going to air fry. We're going to go to chicken. We're going to turn this up to 45 minutes. Start and then rotate. And it's moving, so let's get back to the kitchen. Alright, so first up is sweetened condensed milk, which is only 2 ingredients. We have milk and sugar. But they do need to boil down, so you're going to want a pan. The thickest or heaviest bottom possible is better so that doesn't burn. I've not actually made this yet. I'm actually really excited because I tend to go through a lot of sweet condensed milk. I use it in yogurt, when we make ice cream, cooking, baking, coffee creamer, I mean all of it. So I'm going to make this. If it works out really well, then I will be making a lot more. So you need 1 cup of milk and 2/3 cup of sugar. So let's get to it. All right, 1 cup of milk. Two-thirds cup of sugar. To the stove. All right, we are at the stove. We've got it set to low. It says to heat it on low until the sugar is melted. And then you're gonna go to medium low and simmer and not stir it for half an hour to 45 minutes until it's done. So you stir it until all the sugar is dissolved and then you don't touch it. So let's get this all warmed up and get it going. Alright, so that's going on the stove. We'll keep an eye on it, but let's get into the brown sugar. Brown sugar is super easy as well. It's 2 ingredients. It's sugar and molasses. I think the typical measurement is about 1 cup of sugar to 1 to 2 tablespoons of molasses. If you like dark brown sugar, then you do more. If you like light, then you can do a little bit less. I do it in my KitchenAid. It's the easiest and fastest way I found to do it with the paddle attachment. So let's get this turned around and start working on that. All right. It's 1. 2 cups. And then I like to start. Holy cow. Hold on. There we go. So I start it and then I just kind of pour it in over here. Alright, so just like that, that would be light brown sugar. You can add more molasses and it'll get darker. If it's too dark, just add a little bit more sugar and it'll lighten it up. You would think that if you did it with the whisk attachment, it would be better, but it's actually not. So that's how we like it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into our jars, and we'll start the powdered sugar in a minute. Alright, last is powdered sugar. So again, 2 ingredients. You need sugar and cornstarch. So it's 1 cup of sugar to 1 tablespoon cornstarch. So I'm going to do 2 cups, I believe. And normally I would recommend doing this in my stainless steel one. That's normally what I do it in. But I was going to do the plastic one just so that you guys can see the change and what we're looking for as it blends. So that's our sugar. Let's get cornstarch. Now, something I didn't know until it was too late is powdered sugar expires. Store-bought. I don't know about this. We actually, we were making something with powdered sugar one day, didn't realize how old our powdered sugar was, and then we were wondering why our food tasted like soap. And it's true, if your powdered sugar is old, it will taste like soap. So always taste it first before you go and use it and ruin your project. So we're just gonna throw our lid on. This is my little Ninja blender. We're gonna put it on here, and I'm gonna move you down so you can watch this. It's kind of cool. Okay, so we're gonna put in the blender. We don't need the smooth boost. We're just going to hit on. This will start counting up so you can see how long it takes. I am going to mute this because it is super, super loud, but at least this way you can see what we're looking for is for it to go from the granule to like a fluffy, and you can actually see the difference. So let's get started. Here we go. All right, 45 seconds. Let's pull it off and see what it looks like. You can just see how fluffy that looks. It doesn't look like granules anymore. Yeah, looks perfect. So that was 45 seconds for 2 cups. I believe it's 30 seconds for 1 cup. But let's get this put into its jar. All right. All right, now that it's all that's in there, let's do the taste test. Yeah. Really fluffy. Covers your mouth just like anyone. I feel a little granular, but not much at all. I could have gone for a little bit longer, but no complaints. That's actually really good. Now I will say, if you do it in plastic, you can have like a little bit of a plastic, like a warm plastic feel or smell or taste. It does go away, so I won't worry about it, but that's why I do it in my stainless steel one normally. I am looking for a glass one of these, so if I find that, then this one will get chucked pretty quickly. But that's done, and let's see how our sweetened condensed milk is going, because I can see it steaming over there. All right, doesn't really look like much, just looks like milk sitting in a pot. But it did say do not touch it, do not mix it. If there's any sugar up on the sides, do not mess that up, because then it could burn and it could mess up your stuff. So I'm just leaving it. But I did grab my current jar of store-bought, and it says basically you leave it alone until it gets to this color and consistency. Not that you can see the consistency because you're not supposed to be touching it. So you just wait till it gets to this color, and then you let it cool down before you put it in a jar, and then put it in the fridge. And I think it said up to 6 months it's good in the fridge. So I think I can smell that our lunch is done. So I will get back to you on this when it is that color. Okay, so the sweetened condensed milk finished. It did take quite a bit longer than expected. I think it was a little over an hour, maybe an hour and 25 or so. It turned out really good. So while it's cooking, you're kind of thinking, oh, I really screwed this up, because it looks separated, and you're like, how is this ever gonna work? It does. So I'll post some pictures right here to kind of show you the spot where I thought, oh, I really screwed this up, but it did turn the more tan color that we are looking for. I will flip this camera around and show you what we're looking at. Okay, so this is the one that we did, and then this is the store-bought one. So this one is a little bit darker in color, and it's a little thinner, so I should have probably done it a little bit longer. You can see it moving right there, compared to this one that takes a lot to get it moving. I will end up doing this again, I'm sure, but I will definitely be doing it in a much larger batch. So this is a 1/2 pint jar, so this is only a cup total, and it didn't even fill it to the top. So it really only made probably, what, 1/2 cup or so? Let me see if it says. So this is 4 ounces right there, and the top is 8, so maybe like 5, maybe 6 ounces total. So that's definitely way less than what you get in a jar. So a jar is about 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. So to get that, you would probably have to do probably 2 cups or more of the milk. And I do have to say, this is not as sweet as the store-bought either. So if you want it sweeter, then you just put in more sugar. But if you like it less sweet, then that would be perfect. We do use sweetened condensed milk a lot. We use it in yogurt, ice cream. I use it to make caramel. We use it in all kinds of stuff. So this will definitely get used, and I will probably end up buying a larger or a heavier bottom pan and trying this again. It didn't take much effort at all. It was pretty simple, honestly, and we do use a lot of it. So I may get a heavy bottom pan and do a really big batch, probably like 4 or 5 cups of milk at a time, and then that will probably make, I'm hoping, like 2 batches, and then I can save one and use one. And I think they said it stays up to stays good in the fridge for up to like 6 months. So I will definitely be doing this again. Probably just need a different pan. The pans I have they're a light bottom, so it did say that you need a heavy bottom pan. So it does work though. I will definitely be making it again, but I'm glad I was able to try it. But we'll definitely be finding a new pan to try again. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you want and keep following along. There will be more of these pantry videos soon. I've got several other things that I need to replenish, so we'll be back in a jiff. Thanks. Bye.